Peace, y'all. Ephraim here, man. We outside with it, as you see. Yeah, I'm in my hometown. I'm in Buffalo, New York, where I was born and raised. I'm at this park. It's called Black Rock Canal. And I wanted to come outside with y'all today. It's crazy. As soon as I got out the car, the sun is shining. I wanted to come out and talk to y'all about vibration. Because this has been one of the key things for me in my journey. I'm like, I know this is something that I can speak to y'all about how I've been able to focus in and master more of my vibration, right? And now coming to a place like this, being by the water, I feel like, I don't know, like a yogi or just a master martial artist or something, like, I don't know, a monk, you know, something like that. I've always said that I wanted to get on my monk vibes, but nah, for real, when I be feeling like I need to fall off the face of the earth, and especially when I was here in Buffalo, this is a place that I will always come back to. And it's beautiful because you got like this path, it's just all along the water. You just keep walking down. So, you know, we're gonna do that. But the reason, why is it relevant? It's relevant to me, and I feel like to you guys, right? To all the listeners, shout out y'all. It's relevant because there's oftentimes gonna be obstacles that can come in the form of moments, you know, with people, places, things, certain opportunities, right, that maybe don't go the way that we expected. This can come up as like roadblocks or obstacles along the path. But for me, if I've learned anything, it's really irrespective of all the roadblocks and the things that present themselves. Those things don't really matter. What truly matters is me and myself. How am I, again, mastering myself? How am I staying in tune with my frequency and my vibration? So by having these habits, having things that become like rituals, where I just know, like even subconsciously, I'm walking down here, I'm like, I ain't do this in like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months. I was not trying to be funny, bro, but right, subconsciously, that's really what it's been, at least since I walked this path. But I know something about it, like when I do, it's just so therapeutic, man. Like, come on, see the waves, you see the water. I'm a fire sign too. I'm a fire sign, so I'll be needing the water. It's a little cold out here too. That's one thing about being back in Buffalo. I had to adjust from Atlanta. But actually, like, I'm grateful for it, man. And actually, I'm really grateful because it brings a reminder of like the importance of seasons and how we have to go through each of these seasons. Sometimes, you know, maybe we choose not to, or I feel like being in certain places, right, you might not be exposed to every season. However, growing up in a place that literally has all the seasons, it's like you get to feel the difference and I guess I would say the balance of it all, you know, I don't know, for lack of better terms, just the fact that in each moment, okay, we have to adapt and we have to go with the changes that life brings. And code, as much as a lot of people hate code, it's really not, it's not a bad thing. Like, code has its place. Even when we talk about the space of healing and mental health, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with like things like cryotherapy. I was actually walking by a building and I seen that recently too. But yeah, the code, I liken it to just like darkness. Like when you embrace it, it's really healing in itself, right? Because we get this shock to our system, but like on a scientific cellular level, like it rejuvenates us. It starts rebuilding ourselves when we're exposed to that cold. Doesn't mean that we need to stay here forever, right? I'm gonna eventually walk back. But it feels really good in the moment when you're like, wow, I haven't put myself in this environment for a while. I haven't felt the cold. I haven't felt the darkness. I haven't felt the harsh reality of life, that everything isn't always, it's not always peachy. It's not green on every side, so to speak. And so I guess I would say that because amongst those moments and sometimes those harsher truths, harsher realities, you know, the bitter cold, for me, there's a level of finding gratitude within it all. Like just being grateful, because we need that contrast. We need that contrast to really appreciate life in totality. Every aspect of it, the highs and lows, ups and downs. Even if there's moments I feel like chaos, moments I feel like this isn't organized the way I want to, this isn't producing, it's not giving what I wanted to give. It's like, man, just be grateful and be able to tap into your own vibration and watch how reality shapes around you, right? Like it's, you know, as I know we've already talked about it before, but as a man thinketh, you know, as a man, as a woman, as however you shape your mind, that's what reality is gonna show you. And I feel like for myself, I've just been seeing so much more of that as I started to unravel, remove a lot of roadblocks I placed in my own path, quite frankly. Things that are just mental, that are subconscious, blockages, feelings, emotions. And I'm just like, how can I be more open to all that life has to offer me? Feel me? Like it's just so much beauty out here, man. And I love it, truthfully. So, yeah, I've been taking more time to do that. I'm truly grateful for everything that I do have. All the ways that things are shaping out in my life, like coming back here, seeing the people that I care about, you know, my family, that we're still alive and well. We have our health, we have abundance, you know, of love, time, energy. It's, shoot, as far as we know, just an opportunity to step outside today, do something like this. And honestly, I'm really grateful just for giving myself a lot more of the freedom of my time. Like my life isn't the most conventional, I guess, to maybe the average person or the average, American. Even though, like what I'm getting into, we talk about entrepreneurship. Like entrepreneurship is much more prominent, and it's like the foundation of American society. Or maybe not entrepreneurship, but capitalism. Even though I feel like it still starts with entrepreneurship, because the point of being an entrepreneur is that you're actually bringing something new to the environment, like new solutions, things in commerce and sales, right? That we deliver to other people who actually have that need. And it's a beautiful thing when you think about it. Like changing my mindset around this, it's been really important too. I'm always keep shouting out my bro Najee. Shout out Renaja, man. Cause them books, it's been doing me well. Like The Power of Consistency. I was telling a friend again about that book like yesterday. But just the ability to step outside, be consistent with my goals and with the reality that I'm creating. A lot of times as people, we don't want to take the liberty to embrace freedom, right? And I'm like, what do I mean by that? Well, one of the things that I recently loved that I seen from Drink Champs, I think it was actually shout out, it was Jason Lee that was talking about Ye. He was talking about Ye West with Noriega. I said that crazy. Noriega on Drink Champs. And he was just saying like, yo, Ye isn't this person that a lot of people always want to paint him as. Right behind closed doors, there's a whole nother side. And maybe that's, you know, the duality with the Gemini. It's not that he's not that person, but it's like he's also this person, right? It's duality, dark and light, yin and yang, so on and so forth. And with that, I just thought it was really interesting because they got deeper into the conversation, and Nori was like, yeah, the thing I really love about Ye that I seen from him is that he taught me what true freedom is like. Cause we were with him, we were hanging out, we went out to eat, and then Nori and the team with Drink Champs, they were like, oh, you know, we're about to go to this event, or we're about to go to like, I don't know if he said something overseas, Amsterdam or something. And then Ye was like, oh, can I come with y'all? And he's like, what you mean? He's like, don't you gotta get on the private jet? But it's just like, that's the beauty in his life as a true businessman, entrepreneur, right? Like CEO, revolutionary. Ye's just like, oh, where y'all going? I'ma just go with y'all. And I think it's so much, besides the fact that that's obviously Ye, there's so much beauty in the fact that as a person, as a black man, he could just choose what he wants to do with his day. And I feel like that's the true value of even having financial freedom. When we talk about, building wealth, financial literacy, acquiring more money, because we spend so much of our time every day, not even just people in America, but people all over the world. We create, we sell our art in order to make more money. But is it really about the money, or what is the money actually affording us? What are we actually buying or acquiring with the money? And I feel like that question was answered in that statement in itself of just like, we want to be truly free. And a lot of times we don't truly know what freedom looks like because our opinions, our mindsets, our responses are predicated on what we receive from other people. And that could be in the form of not just like money, you know, because we go to a job, but that could be in the form of love, validation, right? Attention, all these things that become currency for our souls, for our spirits, but we're outsourcing, that's crazy, outsourcing to other people. This code, I'm starting to feel it, but it's still an optimal time. I feel like I'm gonna get in right around 20 minutes outside, and I feel like that's gonna be a beautiful amount of time for me to be in this cold with y'all. It's low-key helling too, that's what's the crazy part. They said it was supposed to start snowing again in Buffalo today. We outside though. But yeah, man, this is what freedom look like. You know, go outside and enjoy the weather, go outside and enjoy nature. And who told you that just because it's like raining or it's snowing or it's hailing, whatever, that you're supposed to be inside, right? That's the idea that we create for ourselves. And sure, there might be benefits to like having warm shelter, but sometimes we gotta branch out outside of our comfort zone, truthfully. So for the time being, I'm back in a place, Buffalo, where it has been my comfort zone. But at the same time, at some point, it stopped exactly being that. It became uncomfortable for me to remain here. However, I think this, once again, this in-between, right, liminal space, truly is meant for me to embrace a lot of those feelings, to continue to find new ways to embrace the people that I love, the people that I care deeply about, the people who have been there for me. And I do want to acknowledge that. I want to make space for it. So, yeah, I've been doing it little by little, even since I've been here. It's really funny how quickly my energy will spread and how abundant I can be, you know, with my time and my energy. And it's a beautiful thing. That being said, though, it's like, it's even shown me, I said one thing to my bro before I left this spot, like a dope showcase last night, that some beautiful woman put on in the town. Shout out Divine, and you know, we call this we call this ish evolution. Yeah, it was a beautiful moment at the end of the night where I told my bro, like, I'm just grateful that I'm in a much better position than I was last year. And that's been something that I've been hearing from a lot of entrepreneurs as of late. Like, they're saying, you know, if you're in the same position that you were last year, you're not in the same position, you're actually in a worse position. And it's crazy to think about, because it's not the fact that, you know, not only did you stay the same, but you also gave away a certain amount of time. Like, if you didn't grow, you know, you chose to stay within your comfort zone. However, I have a discrepancy with that. My thing personally, I feel like nothing ever truly stays the same. We always learn, we always grow from our experiences. And I think my thing about the entrepreneurship culture, what's important for me is like to embrace a need to remove so much of the shame, right? That vibration of shame, because it's really a lower vibrational energy. Like, even, you know, there's people like David Hawkins, who talks about the spectrum and the frequency of like emotions, the vibrational frequency. Like, on his, as much as I know, scientific level, these are how these emotions like play out. And when we think about shame and guilt, it's such a low level thing. You know, sometimes we do have to process, and we do have to feel those emotions, right? We do want to be present with it, if that's true to us and true to our experience. However, there's no point to exist. There's no point of me pulling you into like, yo, you should be ashamed, or you should, nah, man, that's not helping anyone in my understanding. So what I'm saying is, whatever place you're at, whatever moment in your life, even the people that's been in my life, I think about it, I don't try and make anyone feel less than for their choices, their decisions, especially people I love and care about, like even my own family. Like, no, I don't agree with everyone and everything, but that's not a cause for me to feel like somebody needs to be ashamed of themselves. Even if I disagree with you, it's no shame behind that. It's no guilt tripping, nothing like that. It's just, okay, you have your choice, you have your path, and now you get to live in it. You know, so we can see how that goes. Maybe you'll be able to let me know, but we'll see. And I feel like that's the most beautiful part of it all with life, just letting go. Let it go. Let God detach it and saying, hey, we'll see what the outcome is. It's not up to me to decide. We all have choices, but what do we want to choose? And I will say what I'm choosing for myself, I know that it's better. And I'm proud of my choices. I'm proud of my decisions, my actions. So yeah, man, it's beautiful. And that's how I feel. So that's why I took this moment to come and talk to y'all and just update y'all and let y'all know, man. I really appreciate everybody tapping in. Shout out the young lady, if she made it this far, who said I'm very handsome and I look like I give the best hugs. I probably do. Not even probably. I most especially do. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm wearing my cozy FUBU hoodie today, for us, by us. But yeah, I only got this far because I started working with myself. I started listening to what my soul and what my spirit was telling me, you know, the God embodiment within me. That's what it is. I started listening more and being in tune. And because of that, I'm much better for it. My energy is much stronger, much more potent. There's another word I've heard before, palatable. That's exactly how it feels. And so it's just for me to be a light and a living example of God, to be a representation and a child of God, essentially, that means I need to show up. I need to continue to master myself, how I feel, my vibration, and all these outside factors, opinions, everything that everyone else has, they're welcome. In fact, they're entitled to their opinion. But that doesn't change the mission, and that doesn't change the purpose that is over my life and what God has for me, and what I know I'm supposed to be doing. So I gotta show up each day. But when we take time to show up for ourselves first, that's how we get through it. That's how we get further. So I love y'all, man. I'm finishing up my walk. I'm back over here. Look, we probably right around 20 minutes. Even though I get a little long-winded, so I might have went slightly over. But it's only because I have that much gratitude and that much appreciation, y'all. So once again, Ephraim, man, I'm here with y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Take care.